Not every hunt on the savanna begins with a high-speed chase. Some confrontations are decided by patience, coordination, and the relentless pressure of the entire pack. African wild dogs rarely rely on the strength of a single individual. Victory comes from strategy, endurance, and the ability to exploit every weakness of their opponent. But when faced with a wild boar possessing sharp tusks, can the pack of wild dogs ultimately win? African wild dogs live on vast savannas, grasslands, and scrublands, where unobstructed views allow the pack to easily spot prey from a distance. They constantly move across wide areas seeking hunting opportunities while avoiding areas with lions or hyenas. The open environment is an advantage for them to utilize their speed and coordination. Wild dogs possess a remarkable instinct for pack hunting, characterized by near-perfect coordination. Each individual takes on a specific role, pursuing, blocking, and cornering prey until exhaustion. They don't rely on individual strength but utilize endurance through communication skills and teamwork. This strong bond makes wild dogs one of Africa's most effective predators. Throughout the savannas, woodlands, and rocky slopes of East and Southern Africa, baboons are widely distributed in Kenya, Tanzania, Botswana, and South Africa, particularly around the Serengeti ecosystem. They prefer areas with trees interspersed with grasslands and cliffs for foraging, observing, and sheltering. Living near water sources and constantly moving between different environments inevitably leads to encounters with predators. From the edge of the treetops, the pack of wild dogs tracked the baboon's erratic movements before making brief bursts of speed to disrupt it. They didn't immediately surround it, but instead shifted their approach, cutting corners and forcing the baboon to constantly change direction. Its reflexes were disrupted. Gaps appeared, and these were exploited step by step. Just as the distance was almost eliminated, another movement appeared nearby. In a matter of seconds, the pack of dogs simultaneously changed direction and left. The baboon temporarily escaped, but signs of exhaustion were evident. If the chase had continued any longer, the outcome would have been difficult to change. In the open spaces of the sub-Saharan savanna, impalas are widely distributed across grasslands, woodlands, and areas near water sources. They typically forage in areas with grass and shrubs, allowing them to observe and detect predators. With their slender bodies, long legs, and acceleration, impalas can escape quickly. But when separated from the herd, their risk of being preyed upon increases significantly. At the main Amazon River, a pack of wild dogs waited, watching an impala swim away from the pack. When it reached the middle of the river, one dog lunged, forcing the prey to change direction. Along the bank, the others moved in segments, gradually closing the way. Each time the impala approached the bank, its course was disrupted. Its swimming rhythm became erratic, and the distance narrowed. As its movement spiraled out of control, the impala lost its distance. One dog in the water closed in, holding its position, while others joined from both sides. The pressure was constant, forcing the prey off its stable swimming trajectory and into the pack's control. In the confined water environment, the impala's speed and direction of movement decreased significantly. On the bank and in the water, the pack maintained a coordinated rhythm, keeping the pressure uninterrupted. When the advantage was gone, the outcome was almost certain. In the savannas of sub-Saharan Africa, lions live in grasslands, woodlands, and near water sources. In the Serengeti, they migrate with wildebeest prides, their food sources shifting seasonally and always within sight. A lioness weighing hundreds of kilograms, with thick shoulder and neck muscles, holds her well against opponents. When separated from the pride, the open space immediately becomes a direct risk. Near the dry riverbed, the pack of wild dogs spotted a lone lioness and adjusted their formation. They took turns closing in and then quickly retreating, maintaining a safe distance, forcing the lioness to constantly turn her head and lose her rhythm. The space remained open, but the prolonged tension gradually slowed the lioness's reactions. When the distance was almost eliminated, the lioness counterattacked, lunging and knocking down one of the wild dogs. The rest of the pack spread out and then tightened again, maintaining constant pressure. The lioness retreated to the water's edge, down into the middle of the stream to create distance. The dogs stopped at the bank's edge. The confrontation ended, and the lioness remained safe. In the familiar migration corridors of East and Southern Africa, African elephants traverse savannas, woodlands, and routes near water sources. In the Serengeti, they migrate seasonally in search of water, leaving behind distinct trails. An adult can travel tens of kilometers a day and requires large amounts of water. So every watering spot quickly becomes a focal point, where any movement can be tracked and pressure can be exerted immediately. In a waterhole in the savanna, a pack of wild dogs spotted a solitary elephant drinking and began to pressure it. They didn't charge straight at it, but constantly changed direction, maintaining distance and harassing it from behind. Each time the elephant turned, its stillness was broken, and its position at the water's edge was gradually lost. relentless pressure continued, and the elephant could no longer hold the water's edge. It swung its trunk, turned, and repeatedly advanced to push back its attackers. The distance was maintained, and the pressure continued. After a few minutes of struggle, the elephant was forced to retreat to find another water source, and the area fell under the control of the pack of wild dogs. Along the rivers, lakes, and swamps of Africa, the Nile crocodile lurks in the murky water, among thick reeds and familiar drinking spots for its prey. Its short, elongated body reduces drag. Its extremely powerful bite and thick skin give it a distinct advantage in the water. These advantages diminish significantly away from the water's edge, limiting its defensive capabilities on land. On dry land near the riverbank, the pack of wild dogs spotted a crocodile resting. They didn't rush, instead circling around it, constantly changing their approach angle to force their opponent to turn its body in rhythm. Whichever direction the crocodile reacted, the other direction was immediately attacked, and its defensive axis began to falter. When its defensive position was broken, the crocodile could no longer maintain its position on land and was forced to find its way back to the water. It accelerated towards the river's edge, while the pack of dogs maintained their distance and continued to apply pressure. The confrontation ended right at the water's edge when the crocodile entered the water safely, while on land, the wild dogs held the initiative. Following their long migrations through the Serengeti and Masai Mara, herds of wildebeest form continuous bands of movement across the grasslands. Millions of individuals moving together create a natural shield, seemingly dispersing the risk of attack. However, this very uniform movement creates distinct gaps where an individual that breaks away can be identified and tracked. Hiding on the edge of the wind, the pack of wild dogs patiently observes the herd's rhythm. When a gap appears, they accelerate decisively, causing the formation to break apart in seconds, immediately leaving the majority of the herd behind and concentrating all pressure on the lagging individual, constantly shifting positions to prevent it from regaining its footing. As the running rhythm is prolonged, the antelope gradually loses speed and distance. At the right moment, the pack of dogs accelerates simultaneously from multiple directions, locking down the prey and forcing it to a halt. The hunt ends quickly, and once the rhythm is broken, the opportunity is gone. Every confrontation in nature is a test of instinct and strategy. African wild dogs don't gain an advantage through size, but through close coordination, constant pressure, and the ability to turn small opportunities into decisive turning points. Each species possesses its own strengths, but a single moment of losing control can completely change the course of events. In nature, victory belongs to the one in control.